Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today I am going to start a new video lecture series on reagent chemistry. So in this lecture series, I will be talking about the different reagents that are essential for a particular organic transformations, and this is the first video of that lecture series. And you all know that nowadays question is being asked directly by giving some reagents in case of organic chemistry. And if you don't know that what is the specific reason for to use a particular reagent, that time you cannot predict the proper answer. That's why you need to know the specific use of a particular reagent. So for that reason, we are making this video lecture series, and we will try to give a detailed idea that which if you use a particular reagent, so that reagent, what will be the use of that reagent, that in which case this any particular reagent can be used. That thing I will discuss in detail. So in this first video, I'll be talking about mainly a reducing agent, that is, if I take, so if you follow my pointer, that time you can see that today I will be talking about this LiAlH4. It is called lithium aluminum hydride. So I have written some points and I have made some PowerPoint presentation, and I will be talking by seeing that. And if you want to take some notes, you can pause the video and you can take a snapshot or screenshot, or you can take you can write in your notebook, and you can easily do any kinds of problem which will be given using this lithium aluminum hydride reagents. So I will try to cover every portion that generally comes in question paper. Okay, so our topic is the reducing reagent, that is lithium aluminum hydride. So it is commonly known as La, you can say LAH. So it was discovered by Feinhold Bond and Schlesinger. Here you can see I have written the structure. So lithium is having the positive charge, and this aluminum having 4 hydride. So overall charge of this aluminum center is, the formal charge is -1. And this aluminum is metallic in nature, and due to its metallic nature, the electronegativity is very less for this aluminum center. So what will happen, as the electronegativity is very less for this aluminum center, the electronic cloud, the electron cloud will be mainly situated on this hydride center. So this aluminum center can release this hydrogen as hydride, and that hydride, as the electron cloud is very dense on that hydrogen center, so that hydride can act as base as well as nucleophile, and the overall this reducing agent will act as a strong reducing agent. And as it is strong, so you can see it can violently react with water, and it includes the moisture also. So here I have written the reaction that lithium aluminum hydride or La, in presence of water, it can generate lithium hydride as well as aluminum hydroxide, and this lithium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide, and 4 hydrogen. And here I have written the synthesis, that is lithium hydride is taken in presence of aluminum chloride to generate this lithium aluminum hydride. So here I have given the brief introduction or brief idea about the lithium aluminum hydride, what are the specification or what are the uh, you can say the properties of this lithium aluminum hydride, and how we can generate this lithium aluminum hydride that I have shown to all of you. Again, I am saying you can take a note. If I go next, the next thing I want to mention, the reactivity, means in which case we can use specifically this lithium aluminum hydride or La. So here you can see again I have written everything that this lithium aluminum hydride can reduce, whatever the functional groups that lithium aluminum hydride can reduce, that I have written. I will explain step by step that which kind of functional groups can be reduced. But I'll give a brief idea. So first thing you have to remember that lithium aluminum hydride will reduce polarized multiple bonds. Alkene will not be reduced by lithium aluminum hydride. So keep that thing in mind. So polarized multiple bonds means if I consider this aldehyde, so this carbon having del positive, the oxygen having del negative charge. So this CO has multiple bonds, that is double bond, but it is polarized. So this kind of double bond or multiple bond can be reduced by lithium aluminum hydride. So here you can see this aldehyde, ester, acid chloride, everything can be reduced by lithium aluminum hydride to give primary alkyl. These are the things that you have to remember. There is no logic, only you have to remember these things. Logic, what I'm trying to mean that is there is a mechanism, but if you don't remember what are the these functional groups can be reduced to by lithium aluminum hydride, that time you cannot write the proper answer. For that reason you need to remember the functional groups that will be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride. So here I am written this amide group. This is 3-degree amide, second degree 1-degree amide also can be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride. This kind of lactone also can be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride to give this diol. Here this primary amide I have written this nitrile, this oxime, this azide, this nitro, everything can be reduced to corresponding amine. Here this epoxy group also can be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride. This triple bond where one portion is substituted with CH2OH, that also can be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride to generate this trans alkene. And here this alkyl chloride, bromide, iodide, or this kind of substituents also can be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride. And here you have to remember one thing, that in this case there is no carbon decrease or carbon increase. The number of carbon decrease or increase is taking place, so carbon number will be fixed in every cases. Now I want to show the mechanism that how lithium aluminum hydride works, and with the mechanism I will tell some important features of this mechanistic pathways, so that you can learn that thing and you can remember for the whole life, so that you can teach or you can share your these understandings with others also. So I'll show some, I will take some of the you can, if you see here, different kinds of functional groups are present, but I will show 3-4 functional groups that how lithium aluminum hydride can reduce them. So first I have taken the ester. So here you can see that if I take the pen, I think it will be more clear. So first here you can see this ester, I have taken this ester. So lithium aluminum hydride, aluminum having a negative formal charge. So I have told that this hydrogen will act as a nucleophile and it will be H minus. So first H minus will attack to this electrophile center, electrophilic center, that is carbon. And when it will attack this electrophilic center, this double bond will be shifted to this oxygen center, and this will be having this negative charge, and this negative charge will attack to this aluminum center. And how simultaneously they are attacking, that I have written. So after this first step, this tetrahedral intermediate will be formed. Now this tetrahedral intermediate immediately will decompose to generate this aldehyde. So you can see from ester I am getting this aldehyde. So why this tetrahedral intermediate is not stable, it will immediately will go to this aldehyde again, because you can see in case of the starting material, this carbonyl group, carbonyl carbon having sp2 hybridization, and because of that sp2 hybridization, the angle between these substituents are 120 degree. But when this hydride is attacking, this hydride attack to this carbon center, it became tetrahedral, and in case of tetrahedral geometry, the angle between the substituents are 109, and the substituent numbers also increased. so that the static hindrance will be there, and as the this angle also decreasing, that time you can see the steric hindrance will be more appropriate in case of tetrahedral intermediate. And as this OR2, that is a very good leaving group, so immediately this tetrahedral intermediate will be decomposed, and this OR2 will go as corresponding methanol, corresponding alcohol, and we will get again this aldehyde, where again the carbon center will achieve the sp2 hybridization. Again it will regenerate the 120-degree angle between the substituents, so again it will gain the stability. For that reason, the tetrahedral intermediate will immediately will be shifted to this aldehyde. Now again this lithium aluminum hydride will be more in the medium, so again this hydride will attack to this carbonyl center and will get this intermediate, tetrahedral intermediate. But in this case there is no suitable leaving group that was present in this case, that's why it shifted to uh, this aldehyde compound. But in this case there is no suitable leaving group, that's why this compound has to stay in this form only. So what will happen in the next step? Next step, this H3O plus will protonate this oxygen and will get this alcohol. So you can see from A star, after using this lithium aluminum hydride, we are getting this corresponding primary alcohol. And here is the overall reaction scheme that I have written. Now if I take this alkyl nitrile, so in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, it will form corresponding amine. So the mechanism here, you can see the same mechanism will be followed. This H minus will first attack to this electrophilic carbon center, and this bond will attack to this aluminum center. So we'll get this intermediate, and again another H minus will attack to this carbon center, and we'll get this tetrahedral intermediate. And in presence of H3 plus, we'll get this amine. So in this way, from alkyl nitrile we can get this primary amine. Now in the next case, I will show the reduction of amide. So in RCONH2 will be converted to RCH2NH2. Here I have written the mechanism. So first this hydride will attack to this carbonyl center, we will get this tetrahedral intermediate as it is unstable. So between this nitrogen containing this NH2 and between this oxygen containing this whole part, so between them one has to cleave to generate again this sp2 hybridized carbon center. But between this nitrogen and oxygen, this oxygen part is more cleavable, that means it is more prone to cleave, and the living ability of this oxygen part is more compared to this NH2. That's why this oxygen part will go out from the system, and we will get this intermediate, and again this hydride will attack to this carbonyl center and we will get this primary amine. Now in case of epoxide, what will happen? This lithium aluminum hydride, I have told that it can act as a nucleophile as well as base. Now in case of this unsymmetrical epoxide, you can see that hydride will attack from that direction where the steric hindrance is less. So here you can see this from if this hydride attacks from this direction, so the steric hindrance will be less compared to this carbon, because here one carbon is substituted by methyl group. That's why this hydride will attack from this center and we will get this intermediate, and that in presence of H3O plus, that will be converted to this alcohol. So these are some mechanisms that I have shown, that how lithium aluminum hydride can be used to convert any particular functional group to another functional group, that I have shown. And now I will show some question that came previously in CSIR, so that you can understand that how I can use my concept or the knowledge that how lithium aluminum hydride react with different functional group, that I will use my knowledge and I will show you that what will be the correct answer. The first question is the major product formed in the following reaction sequences. So this keto group is present, this bridgehead this molecule is given. First step, they have given this peroxo acid. So you know this, in presence of this acid, what will happen? This vinegar oxidation will take place. So if you follow my if you follow this mechanism or this step, so here you can see in first step what will happen. In presence of this par acid, vinegar oxidation takes place, and this oxygen will be inserted between this carbon center. So oxygen has been inserted. Now if you look carefully, so if you consider that this portion, they are on the plane of the paper, that time if I take another color, so that time what will happen, this whole portion will be below the plane of the paper. Now I have already shown that this ester, cyclic ester, we can call them lactone. So in lactone can be reduced to corresponding dialcohol in presence of lithium aluminum hydride. So in the next step, what will happen? This lithium aluminum hydride will reduce this lactone to corresponding alcohol, and the lithium aluminum, if you consider very clearly or very easily, so you can cut this bond, and if you cut this bond, so that time you can get two alcohol, and here you can see this is one alcohol OH group, and here this is OH group, and the carbon number is fixed. So here you can see, as I have told that this overall part will be below the plane of the paper, that's why this OH, both OH will be below the plane of the paper. So we'll get this as our product. So this option B will be the right answer. Now, if I take this next question that came in June 2011 CSR exam, so they have given this iodobenzene and this alkyne group, which is substituted with CH2OH. So in place of this, in place of palladium base 3 for copper iodide, we use NH2 and heat. So coupling reaction will take place. Here I have written the every steps. So you can see that in the first step, what will happen? This coupling reaction will take place. One new bond will be formed between these two carbon center. So this coupling reaction will take place. And in the next step, what will happen? That I have shown that in the next step, lithium aluminum hydride is present. So in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, this kind of alkyne will be reduced to corresponding trans alkene. So here you can see I have written this trans alkene in presence of lithium aluminum hydride. So the final product will be option C. So here you can see how easily I can write the product properly if I know that how to use different kind of reagent. Next question is this aldehyde is given in presence of the stabilized ylide. What will be the product? So here I have written this linear product, but in presence of this stabilized ylide, we know Wittig reaction will take place and we will get trans product. So here already the trans product is present. Now in presence of this lithium aluminum hydride, what will be the next step? Now I have already told that in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, alkene will not be reduced, only this ester will be reduced to corresponding primary alcohol. So here you can see this ester that already is trans in so the alkene already is trans, so that will remain intact as a trans alkene, but this ester will be reduced to corresponding alcohol, so we'll get our product. Next question, this starting material is given, and in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, what will be the A? So again I have told that alkene cannot be reduced by lithium aluminum hydride, but this kind of alkyne will be reduced by lithium aluminum hydride, and it will give this trans alkene, so we'll get this product. So these are some questions that came and that I have shown to you, that how lithium aluminum hydride can be used to tackle this kind of question. And if you know the basic thing of this lithium aluminum hydride, and if you know that which kind of these functional groups can be reduced by this lithium aluminum hydride, that time you can easily do the questions within few seconds. Only you need to know the proper use of this reagent. So with this I want to stop today's video, and I think this video will be helpful for you in near future also. And if you find this video helpful, please press the like button, please, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So with this, again, I want to thank all of you to be with us. Thank you for watching.